Hi everyone, I'm Georgina Wilson and this is Peter Smith.
Hi guys.
And I have here the plan we're going to crack together today. This is a new project we're working on in Sydney and it's a very steeply sloping site and the clients would like an extension as well as a new story added. So let's get into it. So here we have the site. Let's see, we can see the boundary around the edges. The main access to the site is from the street at the front there, so that's the street there. Then there's actually a level down below. It's on a sloping site that slopes down towards the front of the site. And there's another level below where the garaging is, so I'll just show you that. So there's a garage pretty close to the boundary here. It's 5.5 metres wide, so enough to have 2 cars, but could be better, could be more wide. There's also a very steep set of steps up the side here, which is the way that pedestrians can enter the home up there. So possibly, I guess, first I'll just say a couple of issues that I have with the plan as it is, so that as we progress to show our recommendations, everyone will be able to understand where we're coming from, I suppose. So we'll start just looking at the front, at the top level here. I'd say on such a sloping site, there's probably a big opportunity to consolidate the entry points from the cars and the pedestrians. So by that I mean, I really don't like the scenario where you enter the house up a really, really steep set of stairs right from the street. I guess, yeah, so that looks like there's room for improvement there, Pete. What would you say? And I guess there's an opportunity too, because we'll be adding an extra level, to also include a stair somewhere in the centre of the plan, ideally, that would connect all levels of the home. And maybe because it would then be a 3-storey home, maybe we should also consider a lift, which should be an interesting discussion we can have later. The other thing, I guess, that obviously really jumps out at me is the circulation is really weird. So let me just trace it out. You have to enter the home. I actually don't know how you get through to the kitchen. I suppose you must go through this way. So travelling through rooms to get to other rooms, which is sort of like a train carriage effect. And having this big blocker of the bathrooms sort of right smack bang in the middle of the plan is obstructive and problematic. Also entering bedrooms straight from living areas. So the bedrooms and the living areas are not well consolidated, because you can see there's entry points to bedrooms all over the house. And yeah, so it's probably just a general indication that things are not efficient. So we'll be looking to solve that as we proceed. And yeah, let's get into it properly. Cool. Okay, enough whinging from me. So I'll might just start a new layer. All right, so let's start afresh. So shall I start down in the basement, maybe?
I think there's
maybe we'll start down there to get
a good opportunity in the lower ground
Would
area.
Would you potentially want to see? I'm not sure if we should maybe we could consider getting closer towards the boundary in that direction as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got to make sure it's at least 6 metres deep so that the big cars can fit in, if that's required. So I guess what we're sort of doing here is sort of providing a more consolidated entry to the home. I guess you would have an opportunity for a really elegant, spacious, well-supported entry vestibule.
Yeah,
potentially.
I think, and it can start to activate the lower level. You know, give you the potential for internal access from the garage, which is always very desirable.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing is because we're considering adding on an additional level on top, it's consolidating all the level changes together into one
location.
Central staircase.
So I guess would you go around this way, or would you actually move the cars over to the other side and enter that side?
I think maybe leave the garage on the side, that it is at the moment. I think the reason being is
the land slopes
probably
up.
we want the linking stair to be on the southern side to keep the northern side free.
So let's imagine, shall we just put it here to start with?
Yeah.
So just sort of imagine you choose a point here, something like that. We might have to shift it a bit. And shall we put in a lift for good measure?
Yeah. I think we
our
always
client didn't request this, but
lifts are becoming more
commonplace.
common in a lot of our plans. I guess particularly if you are going like 3 levels or more, but even in a 2-story home, it's worth considering sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. So let's just work that. We'll try. We'll see how that goes. So shall we have a pedestrian vestibule over here?
Yeah, beautiful. So your guests, or when you arrive home, or when guests come over, they come in on grade.
Yeah.
Which is
really nice.
They've got a dedicated entry space with lots of storage and
dump zone,
which is also a big plus.
And then you'd probably come out of the garage into the foyer with the stair. Do you think? Something like that?
Yeah. Would maybe there be would you consider putting the laundry down here too?
I guess so. I'm not sure how far it will be feasible to dig back. But we could show it, should we show it here just as an option, or should we be more efficient about it?
Yeah, here, I guess.
So this is, I'm not sure if this will be feasible because of excavation or some, costs of all that sort of thing, but we'll just put it as a little placeholder for now, because if it is possible, it can be absolutely wonderful to have your utilities all consolidated down on this basement level. So something like that. So, shall we go upstairs?
Yep.
Yeah?
Okay.
We'll come back to this and check if it will work still. So here's the existing plan upstairs.
I guess there's another benefit because we don't need the external access stair anymore. It frees up the use of that space.
Yeah, so hang on, I'll just draw that while you're talking. So it frees up this lovely front elevation for maybe use as something like a lovely living room, second living. I'll just place the stair. 3, 4. So the stair, if we go off our plan downstairs, is something like here. And I'm not sure how far we'll want to come out to the boundary. Should we just assume... Shall we assume an extension, or not? Maybe not for the front of the house, to the side.
Maybe not at the front.
Not at the front. I did assume it downstairs but they don't need it. It's just a possibility. So maybe upstairs we'll just keep it to the existing wall there, because it's not required. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 metres deep. You might want to bring that. Would you want to bring that stair back a metre?
Potentially.
All right, maybe to make it a 6 metre room. Or no, that looks a bit oversized. I'll just bring it back a little bit. So, Pete, do you want to... So that would make a lovely front living room, potentially, and the stair is kind of placed...
Yeah, I guess it's worth noting...
That's a nice proportion.
Like there's a lot of benefits now from not having your entry point on this level and the external access stair. It kind of frees up the use of that
front facade,
that front room. So now you enter this level in the middle, and
it's uncompromised. That whole front room is uncompromised. Should we? We won't put anything in it for the moment.
Yes. So the in the brief it describes that there are great views out to the front. So now we have a larger second living room kind of space that can benefit from that aspect.
Yeah, sounds great. So shall we place some utility on the southern side?
Yeah, so we've got the
just to let you know also, I think I didn't explain this well before. North on this property is up the page, so that's our best orientation.
So we've got the start of a nice utility core in the centre of the plan on the south side there. Yeah. So it's a nice, when we have this situation with the lift, it's often nice to have something like a bathroom kind of around it.
Around it, yeah. It's a good use of that kind of slightly irregular space there, potentially. So I might just build out the other side here too, because I just want to mark the boundaries. So we'd want to have a room there that's 4 metres, 4 metres deep. So maybe that would mean sort of shifting the corridor down the page.
Yeah, and that would make a great guest room or study, I'm thinking.
It might not have to be quite that big, but we'll show it like that for now. That would be super generous. Yeah. That would make a great study or guest room. Now, should we place the kitchen, living, dining? Should we try make that a bit extended towards the boundary, potentially, just to give ourselves more width?
Yeah, I guess it initially would make sense to try the kitchen on the southern side, to leave the northern side open for maximum light ingress.
Yeah, sounds great. So I'll just try and draw this. So I think, Pete, you know what I'm thinking here, probably?
Yeah.
So let's try this placement. We could put the kitchen, living, dining all in a row, potentially, something like this.
That's beautiful.
That's like beautiful.
I guess what's nice about this this arrangement,
it's a 4 metre island,
is it works out nicely if you can enter, like your main circulation path enters along the dining table but not running into it. So the dining table is shown just tucked away off to the side.
It's kind of ideal. Sorry, I'm just tidying up a bit here. You can keep talking if you want, then just explaining what we're doing. And there's pretty good clearance. I tend to draw things a bit fat, but that's a very decent sized dining table. It's a 4 metre island, and then you'd have room for a lovely, generous living room over this side. Something like that. I might have made it a bit fat again, as I do, but something like that, do you think?
Yeah.
Are we missing anything on that room, that level?
Just check the brief.
Yeah. I can.
So kitchen,
I'll just tidy up a bit if you just confirm.
Dining room, larger open plan space with access to light, check. Living room, potentially add on secondary living room to ground floor, check. Rumpus playroom, keen for the kids to have a rumpus playroom area.
Is that the second living?
Yeah, I mean, I think the the front room, second living
It's a
room
superb one.
would be a superb rumpus playroom for children of any age.
Yeah.
Like it's nice to have. It's nice to have your secondary living room / rumpus with a bit of separation. So
Definitely,
I think having
and a completely different view aspect and character to the one at the back.
Yeah, you've got the two distinct living rooms with very different qualities. Sort of one will be the main open plan kitchen, dining, living, which is the hub, typically the hub of family activity. Usually feel that that's where all the action kind of happens, connecting onto your private outdoor space. And
yeah, that's super important. So we're getting really good connections to the outside there.
And then I imagine the front room is probably more of a quiet space often.
Yep.
Sort of library, study, I guess.
Amazing. So that is really great there. And if they didn't want to come all the way out to the side there too, there'd be options to reduce the size of that room depending on the feasibility.
Yep.
And then what would you imagine this space in the middle would be? Is that a study or a...
It looks a lot like, to me, like it would be a study / guest room.
An amazing study.
It's probably a better study, to be honest. I guess.
I think it's great as a study, and you could have beautiful glass French doors, with beautiful colour and patterns.
Yeah.
And fluted glass to get enclosure.
To be a room that's actually used because it's got
a great orientation. So have a nice big window, and then if you have the glass doors to the room as well, you'll be able to get the benefit or share the benefit of that northern orientation with the main circulation area of the house. So I guess,
If we have a look at so in the brief it mentions keen to design a nice usable outdoor alfresco area.
Yeah, definitely.
Might be good to...
It's a bit interesting because the land continues to slope up towards the back there. So these sort of situations can be a little challenging. No one wants to feel like their alfresco's in a cave. So it looks like it slopes up a lot straight away. It's quite dramatic. And I guess without changing the level of the main floor, there's probably not a lot you can do about that. You could possibly suggest some excavation in this zone here, just to give a small area adjacent to the house.
Yeah, I guess depending on their appetite for excavation, you probably would want to create some space on level.
Ideally you'd want it to be 4 metres deep because that is sort of a good size for a room. So we might suggest to them that it might not even be all on this side, but we might suggest to them something like that.
Yeah.
And then with a covered component, we usually suggest with our alfresco spaces that we sort of push them over to the side and then provide a cover, a flexible roof kind of solution, like a Marcolux awning or something. And then the rest of the doors will need an eave over as well. But the placement of the alfresco zone sort of a little bit off to the side means that then from your main living area you have a clear view out to your garden and it's not obstructed by a massive collection of furniture. Would you potentially bring the garden closer?
I think I'd probably recommend creating a terrace that is level in that zone, and then you'd have to probably do more terracing. So it gradually steps up Yeah.
probably to some level here. 1, 2, 3, maybe there's like a sort of 5 or 6 metre terrace there. They may be requiring us to retain the workshop at the back, but there's also been mention of a pool, so we'll probably have to think a bit about that.
Yeah, I mean,
because there's not
be good
infinite
if
room.
it's a bit like in the middle, like probably if you...
The pool would be good at the back, don't you think?
Or if you could move this more to the side or to the back.
Maybe if the workshop could move, I'd probably want to move it more sort of to the side as well, a bit like the Alfresco, you know?
Yeah.
Make it like more a cabana, and then put the pool probably up the back. Something like that. And then the studio, or the cabana, as you may want to call it, could service the pool and maybe any other little bit of outdoor space up here on this level. You know?
Yeah.
No?
I'm just wondering if you would you make this, at least attempt to make that as the central level, so it goes just 1 level, 2 level 3.
That would be amazing. You're
So you
quite
end up,
right. Yeah.
I guess
That would be amazing
the
if you could attempt to sort of create a generous level garden on that middle level. So you would need, obviously you're going to need
you might need
steps.
4 steps to each level or something like that.
Yeah.
But then it's sort of having a pool terrace that's raised just makes sense, and having a nice raised yard is good. That's a good dimension.
I think that actually looks really lovely. Yeah. So just divide it into 3 terraces. Have some beautiful vegetation. Lovely tree somewhere. You've got a great sort of cabana up the back with some nice lounges and nice fun up there. Yeah, I think that looks really good.
Awesome.
And I guess also just to mention at the front, you'll have another balcony actually over that front bit of the garage.
Beautiful.
Stunning, yeah. Really nice.
Okay, so
should
we've
I
got
fill
one
in
more
the,
level to go.
Yeah, should I fill in the little bit of study? I'll say that's a study, just for argument's sake. Maybe. Beautiful little lounge. Don't always have to be working at your desk. You can sit on the lounge and
read books.
Dictate your documents. Read your books. All right, so we'll design a new level now. So I'll just create a new level and draw over it, because this level doesn't yet exist. So let's go upstairs. So I'll place the stair first, obviously. So say we put the stair there. It's looking like it's working as a position. And the lift that we're sort of suggesting.
I guess so. In regard to the bedrooms, we were looking for a parents' retreat.
Yep.
And there's two daughters currently.
Yep.
So you might want 4 bedrooms upstairs, would you say? So one master and 2 for the kids and a spare.
I think on this level, shall we just? I'll set it back a bit, you know, to modest volume. All right. So I guess this one, the room at the front looks like it belongs together.
Yeah.
Maybe. Then we probably have some sort of room in here. Then there's probably family utilities somewhere in there. How far do you want And where do you think the parents retreat? Is that here?
Should we turn off the...
Oh, sorry, I'll turn that off now because we've got our volume. Should I turn that off too? I'll turn that off too. Is that too confusing for people? No? All right, so just designing the upper level now, so we'll take the envelope as given. Where do you think the master suite belongs?
It could be the front or the back. Maybe should we maybe start with try the front?
Okay.
I guess it's nice with the
Views,
parents retreat to come to
maybe?
the top of the stairs and
turn
move
in
one way
direction
to get to the parents retreat and the other to
bang. That
I
whole
guess
end is theirs.
You might need additional space from the central zone, if potentially.
Yeah, potentially for the master.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then I imagine I guess when you have 2 children, often it's good to have very equitable.
Yeah, people like for the bedrooms to be equal in amenity, in terms of size and amenity. So
that would probably suit
works well
to the rear.
Yeah, 1, 2. So they're each 4 meters deep, more or less, in that direction. So how deep shall we make them? 1, 2, 3, 4. Say 5 meters.
Yeah. Lucky things.
It's amazing. Then
big shared bathroom.
2, 3, 4. Would you make another bedroom there then, and give that space to the master?
Yeah.
Let's just build it up first. So the bathroom actually looks adequate. How would you lay that out?
Maybe you could have a
Central entry with a separate toilet.
You have a separate toilet. Maybe the toilet could go in there.
Would you do it like that? Is it like that? Or have I done it the wrong way around? Because will you want the shower?
Yeah, maybe it's the wrong way around.
Like that. And then do you want the vanities?
I was wondering if maybe
Is that the shower?
Maybe you put the separate toilet there with its own entry, and then the shower.
Yeah. You could do the separate toilet like that, and then you could do shower or bath shower. No.
I was thinking maybe you have another door here, or you could just move that door in and access the.
Yeah, true. And then you have bath and shower. Yeah, true. Say bath up this end. You do shower down that end, and then vanities.
Double sink.
And you could have it entered there potentially with something like that. I mean, that's pretty. It's rough, but the dimensions work well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, now the bedrooms. So
How you get in,
we're
firstly?
probably going to have to do one of those wonky things, you know, like here, and get into that one there, and move that wall. Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's annoying, but... And we could probably do... Would you do something...
Would you run a joinery?
Like, would you run the joinery there? And then there can be a bed there. Oh God, great bed. Yeah. This is a king size bed, by the way.
Are you imagining that joinery is for that room?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
that-
don't really need it. They've got more room there.
But that would be good because then that makes them.
No,
Yeah, that's good because then this one's sort
it's a
of.
bit more. It's a bit longer and thinner, but still an excellent room. Very generous.
Equitable.
Equitable. Possibly we could cut the area down a bit when we're finished and we've got all spaces accounted for. And then this room here is actually lovely just as it is. That's a 4 by 4. So is that did they want an extra bedroom?
Yeah, no, I think that's good. Maybe you could have little desk for the daughters at the
At the office. Yeah, you could have it like nice, and there's plenty of space. So next to the windows, maybe over here too. So there'd be nice windows. Haven't really placed the windows yet, but I think you get the idea. Then here be another bedroom. Beautiful. If they want another desk, that would be fine, or dresser. Now the master.
Yes.
Might be a bit tricky.
Yes.
Did they want walk-in robe and stuff?
They have requested an ensuite, but so maybe it's not a requirement to have a walk-in robe, but maybe just lots of
efficient storage, maybe.
Yeah.
So would you just do it something like this? Would you have the bed there?
Yeah, I guess that's taking advantage of the views to the west and the northern aspect, so it makes sense to have the bed on that side.
And then you could have have some lovely spacious joinery, and then I'm just doing a very basic layout here, but I've don't know what I'm doing. You could actually, I think what I was thinking was you could push that in a bit more. I think because it's more wide and square, so you can fit more joinery maybe.
Would it be...
would you put it like that?
Just wondering if would it be good to give the bed a little bit more space?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's got 4 meters, but yeah, it would be probably.
I mean, you
can
probably
finish the stair.
The stair.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we could stop the stair a little bit.
If the stair's coming up in the correct direction.
Yeah. I like that idea. You don't want to have a stingy kind of bedhead situation. So you'd come in like that. Is this how you'd put the joinery?
Probably wouldn't put joinery there.
No, it's
So
a bit inefficient, isn't it?
You could have a longer bathroom then.
It can be a lovely bathroom. I'm just thinking they'll need more joinery than that.
Well, now that the bedroom's got wider, you could run some more on the other side.
That's true. Okay, sorry, just silly.
Probably swing the door the other way.
Something like this. I'll just do the really basic layout again for the bathroom. It might not actually end up like this. Something like that. With maybe some more joinery on that side, and the bed. Always draw a super king bed. There's a lot of depth there, so maybe we could adjust that. Or would you put the bed on the other side and then you could have a walk-in robe as well? You could also put the bed over there.
I think it's nice like that. I mean, the storage on the northern side
You could then have
be
like
not
a
full
little
height.
dresser, so you could have a window here maybe as well. Yeah, so you could take advantage of the windows. You'll have lovely views out over the area.
I mean, they haven't necessarily said they want the extra bedroom.
Right.
So I guess because there's a guest bedroom downstairs, they could potentially use that bedroom.
Use this one as
a walk-in robes
or whatever they want. Like, we find that our clients depends what they're into, but like for some people they would like to have a private lounge or a study or a prayer room or yoga studio or
epic walk-in robe.
Epic walk-in robe, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're interested in having us design your floor plans, head to my website for all the details. See you later.
Bye everyone.